So yeah, that was a fantastic Christmas party. And again, Jason, while we're recorded and so that others will, be able to hear it from me, everything you guys did was just fantastic last night. The food, the setting, I mean, it was just wonderful. All the guests, I had a wonderful time meeting all the spouses. I'm sorry mine couldn't have been with. I wish she had been able to make it, but it was just so much fun to get to know everyone. And again, John and Zoe, the music was just outstanding. So I couldn't be happier about that. I did want to mention something about John Bowes. He got me a little gift yesterday, and I couldn't be happier about it. It's just the coolest thing. So I mean, you're probably reading it backwards, but so
Love
John
it.
picked this up for me, gave it to me. He's like, you got to open it tonight. You can't open it tomorrow. You need it for tomorrow. I'm like, what it could be? So Coffee Talk Friday, brought to you by Patrick Boylan. So John got that for me. Thank you again, John. What a fantastic, perfect gift.
Yeah, that is awesome.
John, that's fantastic.
So John, I see you joined us, John. You missed the opening. I mean, Jason, if you want to mention again, neighbors and everything.
So you weren't on the call a couple minutes ago, and Patrick was saying, hey, nice spread and whatnot, and in my opinion, dude, the spread was whatever. The show that you brought with Zio was, I mean, mind blowing. Both my neighbors were listening in their garages. She said that her kids were singing in their beds. So,
Come on, man! Don't mess with me.
No, I swear to God, bro. I opened up the garage door at 7:30 this morning, and my neighbor, little Casey next door, was walking to school. He's like, "Hey, Mr. J." He's like, "I could hear." He said, "I could hear the party." He's like, "Oh, the music." He said the saxophone was awesome. That's what he said.
That's awesome. What a night,
bro. You. I mean, my mind was. I couldn't believe that I was at my house. I was like, "Holy cow!" The music was just fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
no,
really
was
amazing. Thank you for hosting it, man. Thank you for hosting the party. Are you kidding me?
My pleasure. Are you kidding me? I mean, but that was a huge gift. Thank you for bringing that.
Yeah, respect, man. Respect.
John, you guys were amazing. You're natural together.
Yes.
So, Bose, you need to take that show on the road every holiday season, brother. There's many Christmas parties that would book you for 90 minutes. You know what I mean, or an hour, or whatever. and take that show on the road. I mean, that's awesome.
I agree.
John, too, I want to make sure you thank Zio for me because like I said earlier, I love to play the guitar and I don't love to sing. And
back to that. No, you stole the show, brother.
But the fact that she was able to pick that song up cold,
Patrick.
Like I was saying earlier, we did the U2 song and I learned it 2 days ago. I learned it on Wednesday, just kind of ran through it. And the fact that she just picked it up and went with it and did it so beautifully, I'm so impressed. And I just wanted to make sure you thank her again for me because it really made my night to have somebody, like I said, I'm an okay guitar player, but when I have somebody sing for me, it really makes it sound better. So she did a lot to elevate me and I appreciate it.
That was icing on the cake, man. It's having you come up.
Hey, listen, whenever you guys want to practice, I'll host.
Well,
anyway,
again, thank you, Jason and Casey, for hosting that party. It was a fantastic event, and again, I can't say enough wonderful things about it. So again, getting started here. Good morning. It's Coffee Talk. It's Friday, December 17th. Just a notice, this is the final Coffee Talk of the year. We will be closed the next upcoming Fridays, both Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. And I say we'll be closed. And I preface that by saying, if you've got a closing on the 24th and you need me to be here in the office, I'll be here. If you've got a closing on the 31st and you need to be at the office, you want to use the conference rooms, you need me for anything, I'm available. I'm not leaving town. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just sleeping in late and relaxing. So if you have anything going on those days, don't be bashful. Just say, hey, Patrick, we want to use the conference room at 1 o'clock, and we do that. Absolutely, I'll be here. I'll have the place all ready for you. So just FYI on that. But if there's nothing going on, you're probably not going to find me here at the office on those 2 days. And also because of that, we're not going to have coffee talk. So just so everybody is aware of that. Next week, the 22nd, that is that Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday of next week, the 22nd, the office will be having our Christmas cookie exchange from 1:30 to 4 p.m. So bring a dozen of your favorite cookies and we can mix and match, and everybody leaves with a dozen of their own variety that they really like. So what a great opportunity again to get together and have merry tidings and all those sorts of things. So I look forward to seeing everybody for the Christmas cookie exchange next week, Wednesday from 1:30 to 4 p.m. I want to mention that right now there are a lot of deals in our pipeline that are supposed to be closing before the end of the year. And I need to make sure that all of the paperwork is updated in Exit system as well as ours by year end. And I want to stay quite ahead of all of this. So anything, any activity, just a reminder, any activity on any of your transactions, make sure to hit submit for review in Dotloop. So I become immediately aware of what's going on. And just, I'll let you know when something is submitted for review, first thing every morning, except for Friday, because I do coffee talk, but every morning I come in and I review Dotloop to see what has changed from the previous day, what new deals, what's gone on. So it's one of my morning activities. If you've had an extension, or you've had a cancellation, or if you got a new deal under contract, whatever it is, a rental, a sale, be sure to hit that submit for review, or you get a new listing, be sure to hit submit for review on it. I'm immediately aware of what's going on with it at that point, and I can update it all in our accounting systems, and I can provide assistance to you. That notification through Dotloop is what tells me to, hey, can you create a social media post for me for this under contract or just closed? That is the Dotloop is the trigger for me. So when I see those things there, that's what tells me, hey, I need to create this piece. Hey, I need to make the changes in our accounting system. Hey, these are the things that need to happen because somebody hit submit for review. So don't forget about that. Make sure to do that when you're when anything changes on any of your transactions. So I had a couple choices of presentations of what to bring to you here for Coffee Talk today. And so I decided that this is the time of year that typically you'll see it in all the news and all the TV channels where everybody looks back over the year that we've had and hasn't it been wonderful and blah, blah, blah. So I'll tell you, on the 26th of December, every news channel will have a year in review. Well, we know what our year has been. It's been a wild, crazy year for real estate. I'm more interested in what is going to happen tomorrow and today to take a look forward. And I think it's important that we understand what's going on with the increasing momentum in our industry right now. It's really, if we're all out there, we see this every day. Activity is not slowing down. December is turning out to be a very big month for us. I'm really excited about that. And this momentum is going to keep moving forward into the upcoming year. And so let me get my slideshow going. Come on, share your screen. Ta-da. There we go, share. So I want to start out with this quote from M Report. The demand for housing in the United States has reached a fever pitch, a trend that opposes the norm of this time of year when the market cools as winter months set in. So again, my reports, the information that I get is national, and everyone here in Florida knows our market really doesn't cool off in the wintertime. In fact, it kind of heats up. Our traditional winter is summer, which we haven't seen a traditional off season in some time. But the big news is nationally, not just in Florida, but nationally, the trend is not slowing down for the winter. And as we look at showing time, come on, click. So this is the showing time index. I've used this in the past. And so this is showing from January of 2020 through October, which is the latest information that we've got for reporting. And you can see the green bars are the first 4 months of this year. And we know it literally was a frenzy out there. There was an unbelievable demand and there was still more of a supply, but the demand, this report here really goes to the demand. Showing time tells us how many people are out looking. And with the number of showings remaining very high in the spring, then they kind of go through the summer. And as if you look at even 2020 or before, they tend to taper down into October, November, December, and start to slow. So if we take a look at just historically what the last 5 Octobers have looked like, in 2017, 2018, 2019, we were seeing an index of between 106 and 112, where now we're seeing our October index even higher than last year's October index, which we all know last year, October, things were starting to really break loose and get very, very busy. We're even looking at a busier 2021 than we were a year ago. So showing activity typically slows in the fall, but when we've seen buyer demand remain strong in markets throughout the country to reverse the seasonal trend. So, I mean, last fall, we saw an unparalleled rise in buyer demand, which makes October's year-over-year gains that much more impressive. It was a big year last year. And now we're looking as things are moving forward, it's looking like this demand is here. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. There are factors that ultimately will slow that demand. We'll talk about that here a little bit more as we go through. But I want to just hit the forecast here. So Realtor.com's 2022 housing forecast expects the winter months to be busier than usual, with the momentum carrying into the new year. We also expect a growing number of homeowners to bring properties to market, taking some pressure off of high prices and offering buyers options. So as I've been talking about this, I'm really talking about the buyer side and the demand. The demand is strong and the demand remains strong. There are people looking to get invested into homes, not just for the money side of it, but for all of the non-financial benefits you get from home ownership, a peace of mind. This is my place. I can relax here. It really becomes so important. Now, to take advantage of this, the buyers are out there looking. Interest rates are low. Prices may have been going up, but interest rates are low. And that is one of the driving factors that could ultimately slow the demand. So now listings is the other side that has been really keeping the demand high because they just aren't finding enough homes. It's keeping people looking longer. So if you're looking at what's been going on with new listings, you can see, you know, we had the dip in the middle of 2020. This is from 17 through 20. You notice there's a pretty natural trend that goes with this. You see it kind of high in the summer and tapers off as the year finally comes to an end. So now let's look at 2021. When we put that on top of it, you can see it's really closely following the second half of last year's listing trends. But now the hopes is that we can possibly get this to change. And how are we going to possibly get the new listings to increase and get more homeowners to bring their houses to market? So the biggest factor I think that we can use to bring new properties to market is making sure people realize how much equity they've picked up over just the last 12 months. So this quote from the chief economist at CoreLogic, he says, home price growth is the principal driver of home equity creation. The CoreLogic Home Price Index reported home prices were up 17.7% in the last 12 months ending in September, spurring record gains in home equity wealth. So what does this mean to the average homeowner? If you're looking across the country, nationwide over the last 12 months, homeowners have gained an average of $56,700 in equity. If you look at our beautiful, awesome state of Florida, you'll see our average was about $64,000 in equity gained. So with all this new equity, there's ample opportunities for people who've owned homes even for a year or two to take advantage of this equity, sell their home, and either move into that bigger home, move into the one that they want to get into, downsize, maybe move into something by the beach or something inland where they can get some space. But this record gain in equity really is a driving force for anyone who is possibly considering selling their home. This is the message we need to be getting out to our potential listing customers, that there has been record equity growth. And if you want to take advantage of it now, while you can still jump into something else and take advantage of the low interest rates, now is an excellent time to do that. So that's the message that we want to get across to the sellers. And as far as the buyers go, the demand for from the hold on, my system is crashing on me. Oh, I lost my how do I get back to you? Sorry, guys. I'm having technical difficulties. I closed a screen and now
Love that shot, dude.
is falling apart on me. No. There it is. I'm back. Okay. So that is ultimately what's going on. We need to get the message across to our sellers that what an unbelievable time to get into the market and sell your home. Equity increases have been just outstanding in the last 12 months. And the 12 months prior to that. Interest rates are still very low. So while houses are selling at higher prices, interest rates are keeping the payments affordable. So that affordability is really still there for any of your buyers that are looking. So those are our dual messages that we want to continue to be getting across to anybody who is in our pipeline, our sphere of influence, potential listing and buying customers. So that's the big news of what's going on in the industry. And I would say, if in a few words, if you're looking at our future, the future is bright. I don't have my sunglasses on to say that, but the future is bright. So there's a lot of business to be had in this upcoming year. So we should be excited about it. Just a quick update on interest rates. This is, again, one of the biggest factors that will affect your potential buyers and even your sellers getting into the market. When interest rates start to rise, that will ultimately start to push payments higher for some of our customers, and that could become a problem, but it's not here yet. And I'm happy to report that 30 years, 0 points, best advertised mortgage rates of 2.874 and a 15-year of 2.114. These numbers are flat and have been flat for over a month. So while we know the potential for interest rates to rise is definitely there, we haven't seen it anytime recently, and hopefully it'll hold off for a little while longer. And again, interest rates rising are generally because you've got an improving economy, which means rising salaries and incomes, et cetera. So it typically isn't the worst offset in the world, but hey, if you can get a mortgage for 2.114% on a 15-year with 0 points, my gosh, that's cheap money. You should be taking advantage of it. And we should be promoting the heck out of that to all of our customers. Lastly, here, I just want to run through what's going on with education. Exit International this upcoming week on the 21st is going to be holding from 3 to 3:30 their tools and resources. Again, a half an hour to just check out what's going on, what tools they've got for you to use and how to best implement them into your business. So that's a fantastic 30 minutes to spend. Then again, on the 22nd from 2 to 2:30, they're going to be reviewing the exit formula. And again, best methods for implementing the exit formula to grow your passive income business. The RAPB next week on the 21st is holding a 3CE ethics and business practices class. It's from 1 to 4 on Tuesday. The office will be holding our cookie exchange. Again, a reminder of that from 1:30 to 4 p.m. And again, no coffee talk next Friday. We will be closed. So that is what I've got for everyone today. If anyone would like to jump in and add to the discussion,